We've seen dozens of superhero movies over the years, and I'm pretty sure a small debate is brewing among cinema goers, and that's whether the whole superhero genre should be hung out to dry. Do we need more superhero films when in the past 10 years of cinema and more recently of TV, we've been flooded with them? Where do I stand? Well, my views are swaying. What was something of a joy for me is becoming a bit tiresome, but I'll discuss that whole topic in another video. For now, enter Black Adam, a film that presents itself as a superhero movie with a twist. And that simply is, Black Adam is kind of a dick. And far from a hero. Dwayne, you already knew he was in this movie, you already know whom he plays, and I doubt I need to tell you his surname. Where one could argue that superhero films are getting tiresome, another might put forward the point that Dwayne and his big budget action films are getting tiresome. But let us be honest, I think secretly we all wanted to see the big man don the cape, and for those who share that sentiment, Black Adam can do no wrong. Dwayne is here, bulging and muscular, and right behind him is a slick cape and one hell of an attitude. Despite my issues with this film, I'll say that Dwayne wasn't really one of them. He played Black Adam well, but he certainly didn't shine as brightly as he could. And perhaps if this film came out 10 years ago, I would be lavishing it with greater praise. But alas, in this new superhero flick, I'm seeing too much of the same thing over and over again. Putting Dwayne aside for a second, which is rather difficult to do due to his gigantic size, what have we got here? Well, this film certainly takes flavours from James Gunn's Suicide Squad and from Marvel's Avengers. It is a formula you may know well. A group of heroes comes together, some don't like one another, they fight, they crack a joke, and then some big evil villain comes who you haven't really spent much time with at all. He comes about, and the heroes have to reluctantly unite. Now, for people who have been yearning for DC to create something akin to the Marvel Universe, I'm confident they'll be happy with this film. It takes a formula that has been done many times before and creates a film that, although it doesn't stand out for its originality, is somewhat enjoyable. However, if you don't really stand on either side of the fence, and by that I mean if DC and Marvel equate to you as just superhero movie, then you'll probably get sick of this film within the first hour because it's very much cut-paste. Where do I stand on this whole superhero debacle? Well, I'll say this. I've seen a lot of superhero movies and they are taking their toll. I wasn't really impressed with this. Of course, the unique selling point of this film is Black Adam. He isn't really a hero, he isn't really a villain, he sticks to his own moral code and he isn't afraid to kill people to get the job done. Christian Bale's Batman would certainly cry. It's a welcome change, particularly with Dwayne giving the performance. He's cold, uncaring and emotive enough to make you feel something towards his character, but this film took few, if any, risks. In several scenes, it reminded me of Ant-Man, of the first Avengers film with Age of Ultron, and the costume design of one character just screamed Deadpool vibes. The evil faction's futuristic tech just reminded me of a dozen films from 2012 onwards. If I hadn't seen all this before, I probably would have been satisfied, but I left thinking, here we go again. The first half is very rocky. This film is trying to cram in so much into a single sitting, and I get the feeling that a hefty chunk of it was left on the cutting room floor. The final fight between the villain is certainly satisfying, but the rebellion of the people on the ground is underwhelming and feels completely unnecessary as you see them do practically nothing. Again, I sense most of that section was completely cut out. This ain't no Thor Love and Thunder. That film is 10 depths below this one on the rating scale. But the harsh truth about this film is that despite some great performances, I felt bored. The forced humour is as present as it is in Star Wars, in the Avengers, in Thor, in Guardians of the Galaxy, in Suicide Squad. I'm yearning for something different. DC is so late in coming to this. They have a film here that succeeds in imitating elements of others, which is great and all, but to me it's too little, too late. I've seen it a dozen times before, and this format is just quickly becoming stale. This could have been a far darker movie, way darker, and I'm sure many people say that about DC films. I've certainly heard it before. It could have been a darker movie, but it isn't. It could have taken more risks and stood out more, but it didn't. It's another superhero film with a different superhero, and if you love them, you'll like this. If you're looking forward to seeing your favourite hero on the big screen, if you've never seen them on the big screen and this is the first time they make their appearance, then you'll like this. But if you're tired of this genre of film, particularly this format in this genre of film, then expect nothing but the same, because that's exactly what this is. It is another superhero movie. Nothing exceptional, just superhero movie. My friends, tell me if I'm wrong, tell me if you agree. I'm here for discussion, leave your comments below. I thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe if you'd like more cinema reviews and critique. I will see you again soon. Bye bye.